This is Colin Dixon with nScreen Media, and I'm speaking with Bart Spriester. He's Vice President and General Manager of the Content and Streaming Providers Suite for Comcast Technology Solutions. Bart, welcome.
Thanks, Colin. A pleasure to be here.
And I wanted to talk to Bart because you just made a really exciting announcement about a new AI product specifically targeting video content rights holders, people that have video. And one of the things that it's doing is it's helping them unlock some of that hidden value and automate a lot of stuff that has required them to previously take a very hands-on approach to. And of course, we know with so much video, it's very difficult for you to handle all your library when that's the situation. So first, tell us all about the announcement, and then let's get into some of the use cases.
Yeah, we're super excited. We've announced a product called Video AI. And what it is, it's a software as a service product that can help companies like the content providers or operators or advertisers analyze their video, whether it's live or on-demand video, as well as their closed captionings or even their audio, and make really actionable metadata around enhanced streams that they can take this metadata and move it into their applications to really drive enriched engagement for their end consumers. And we're excited about it because this technology is really proven. Comcast, Sky, and NBC Universal have been using it for some time. So it's really at a commercial scale, and there's been millions and millions of hours of AI learnings that have poured into this product. So yeah, what we announced is that we're bringing this capability to the global media and entertainment industry as a fully managed 24/7 service.
And it's not just in theory, is it? It's actually in practice.
It's in practice. It's being used now. It's being used for quite some time, and it works well.
Very good. So you're really targeting two broad areas, right?
That's correct.
Talk to us what the broad areas are that you're targeting.
Yeah, we're targeting two, I would say, common use cases, one called segmentation and one called contextual advertising. So segmentation is doing like intro and credit detection, or even doing automatic smart chaptering. Whereas contextual advertising is placing, I would say, relevant advertising in ad breaks. So you can imagine you're watching a car chase in a movie. You see a brand of a car. Then when the next ad pod comes up, the AI will automatically show that brand of car, in the ad. So, I would say these are two specific use cases, but the exciting thing is that our customers can use and adapt these tools and these detectors to enable various use cases to support their needs. And what we provide is we provide the detectors for sure, but also the algorithms. And that's kind of what makes us different. And these algorithms are really where the intelligence and the smarts are. And that's been run through these millions and millions of hours of video. So we provide both of this as a service, of the detectors and the algorithms. So our customers can use this product, day one, right out of the box to really get business value for them. So we're super excited.
And in the segmentation area, you can do things like automatic chaptering and even recognizing, as you say, from the contextual part, you can recognize logos and what's going on in the video.
Yeah, that's right. And we can place, I would say, the appropriate ad at the appropriate time in a video, which helps, I would say, all members of the ecosystem, whether they're the end consumer, of course, or the advertising agency, or even the operator, have, I would say, just a better experience for the end consumer in the advertising, offering, or AVOD offering.
And one thing I've noticed in SVOD services is that they're beginning to use, I would call them contextual thumbnails from videos. So I see a different thumbnail than you or somebody else. You help in creating those thumbnails as well, right?
Yeah, and the key thing is we can do it in an automatic way. So in many cases, a lot of what you see on the segmentation stuff, whether it's credit detection or intro detection, much of that is done manually today, or it's someone has to sit there and actually mark the video. But we can do this in a less error, faster, and probably cheaper way, and do it at scale using our video AI technology, which, like I said, we think it's a game changer.
Yeah, yeah, and the great thing about this is it works real time and offline as well, right?
That's right. So we have it deployed internally at Comcast, NBC, and Sky with live and for VOD. And one of the use cases, which we haven't even mentioned here, and there's lots of them, is our live to VOD capability. So that's doing highlight reels on the fly. While you're watching the event, you're also generating a highlight reel of the event to catch up or get your friends up to speed. So there's almost the flexibility is boundless.
So I think as people are thinking about this, they shouldn't think of it as a contextual advertising and segmentation tool. They should think about it as a flexible video AI that can actually be applied to any number of tasks that you might need to implement in your particular video. So, for example, one of the use cases that I can think of that right off the top of my head is, we live in a global world, but all video markets are not the same. If you want to sell a video in a different market, it may not meet the requirements. I guess we could use video AI to figure out offensive parts that need to be removed.
That's exactly right. And we all know that, as billions and billions of dollars are being spent on content creation every year, our customers, a lot of the content providers, have to move this content around the world to monetize it. And some piece of content that was created in Hollywood or Bollywood or maybe even in the UK can't necessarily be shown all around the world due to what we call, of course, in the industry, standards and practices, or S&P. And in large part, what you have to do is you have to take this content before you give it to host a country with specific laws. You have to edit it, and you have to make it compliant with the local laws. Well, video AI can do that automatically. So we can set in the appropriate rules, and it will learn over time, of course, and it can make the appropriate adjustments to the content. So the content provider can monetize their content on an international basis in an easy way.
So you mentioned that I assume that this is all built on Comcast's Azure cloud, right?
So yeah, this is all built on Comcast cloud infrastructure.
So how scalable is it? Because one of the things I mentioned up front is that people have very, very large video libraries. One of the reasons that they haven't been able to enhance metadata is because it's just too hands-on, it's too expensive. How scalable is your solution, and how quickly could I get my thousands of videos passed with the enhanced metadata that I want to create?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it runs on public cloud infrastructure, or can run on public cloud infrastructure. We absolutely do need some sort of low-res proxy video that our detectors can, run over, our software detectors can analyze. So whether you're sitting in a public cloud environment already in some storage, and we could have access to the content to run our detectors through it, video AI detectors, or there's some sort of transport that we could send a stream of low-res content into and through our detectors, the video AI detectors. Either way, we need some way to look at the video. Now, the good news is the enhanced metadata stream, quite low bandwidth. Of course, it depends on what information you would like to capture from the stream, but it's typically not quite ASCII, but it's that type of data stream going out. So it's low bandwidth, low bit rate.
Yeah. So very scalable. So I can pass thousands of videos in a very short period of time. But is it going to cost me a fortune? How do you charge?
Yeah, it's a SaaS-based service, so you only get billed for what you use. So it's by the minute that you use it. So any piece of content you run through it. So it's flexible pricing as well.
Very good. And when if I were to work with you on this, you work very closely with your clients to develop the algorithms and to develop the particular solution that they need. That's the focus of your group, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And the algorithms continue to get smarter over time, of course. And you get the benefit of a lot of the technology that Comcast and NBC and Sky have used and invented. And I think it's great. It's exciting.
But this is, I think, as you say, this is very exciting. This opens up a lot of possibilities for people to do things that they simply couldn't do before, and also that were impossible because it was just too hands-on to do, right?
That's exactly right. So yeah, we're excited and think it's good for the industry too.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's going to be one of the themes this year. We're going to see a lot of companies, a lot of online companies, particularly looking to unlock value in their libraries that wasn't there before. So I'm sure we're going to get lots of calls from those folks. But this has been great. Thanks so much for spending time with us and telling us about the video AI solution.
Thank you, Colin. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Bye. Take care.